Hey guys, in this video, I want to go over our $582,000 agency funnel that we've used to scale our creative ads agency. So I want to go into real quick the results we've produced in just the last 6 months. This is a brand new agency. So we started this in January, and already by June, we've been able to produce this gross volume, 582.5K. And we've done it just relying on mostly meta ads, cold email, and referral leads alone. We haven't done a whole lot of content. That's been the bulk of where we generate our leads. So real quick on this channel, I just share with you what works, what's failed for us in the last 6 months, and how you can grow your own agency, whether it's a creative agency like mine, you're a lead gen agency, whatever it is that you do, we want to help you all with it. So if you can for me real quick, I'd love to have you subscribe, comment, and like just to show some engagement on this channel. But let's get into the video. So the first thing we rely on is meta ads, and we really only put out between 1 to 10 meta ads at once that we're running in our ad account. And this is simply because we're not spending a whole lot on meta ads. Most of our revenue is an LTV factor, so we don't have to spend a ton to acquire new customers every month, new clients every month. Our clients have stayed with us since we've started. We don't have a high turnover rate, and we're typically only acquiring between 5 to 10 new clients a month through meta ads. So we don't need a ton of creative volume to do so. Now, the other thing we rely on heavily is cold email. So this is an example of one of our cold emails. If you are not familiar with cold email, this is something I'd recommend you implementing into your lead gen process if you run a B2B agency or anything like that, because you're going to be able to reach your ideal client at a really low cost. It's not expensive to run these, and I typically recommend that agency owners send out between 100 to 200,000 emails a month. And if you're getting just a 3% positive response rate or a 1% positive response rate, you can get dozens of clients through cold email. And this is something that not a lot of agency owners know about or rely on. So this is actually where the bulk of our leads come from. We just send simple 3 to 4 sentence emails that engage business owners. We get them curious, and then we get on a call with them right when they respond so we can book them into our calendar. But when we're looking at our meta ad strategy, it's pretty simple. We rely on all female creatives. This is what we deliver as a service, and we do the same for our business for a reason. Female creators in your meta ads creatives are going to get you a much lower cost per lead. They're going to help you expand and get more creative diversity, and you're going to be able to engage audiences in a way that you've never done before with your male-centric founder ads that you run. Or even if you have an agency who runs ads for you, it's likely if they're doing all male ad creatives, they're not getting the kind of results that we've gotten our clients. And I want to show you an example of one of the ads we're running. We're only running a couple ads in our meta account right now, and they've been running for between 2 to 3 months, zero fatigue, and we're putting all of our spend just behind a couple of creatives. And this is what they typically look like.
Your ads might not be a problem. The face in your ads could be. Last month, we took this business owner's ad.
So like you can see in this video, we just use a really engaging hook to catch our audience's attention. And then immediately we start layering on proof, testimonials, results we've gotten people. And we explain a little bit of our process in these ads, but that's all we do. You know, if you want a really high performing ad that's going to get you booked calls at $100 to a couple $100 per call if you're a B2B offer, you need to be running ads that are layered with testimonials, client results, anything you can do to show proof of the results that you've generated. And that's pretty simply the process. I mean, this is responsible for almost all of the clients that come through us who aren't direct referrals through our referral program. That's another thing you can do. If you can implement a strong referral program for the people you're already working with, you can turn every client that you get into 1 to 3 more clients just because you offer a good incentive to do so. So this is the main thing you're going to want to do. We recommend trying out female creatives because it can totally unlock a new level of spend in your ad account, and then sending out cold emails at scale using a tool like Instantly or even Smart Lead, where you can actually dial leads in the Smart Lead dialer to get them right away on the phone once they've responded to an email. Now, the next step of our funnel is the landing page we send them to. You need a high performing landing page to get a low cost per lead. And to do that, we typically recommend putting your offer in the headline of your landing page. So for us, we immediately tell them we'll lower their cost per lead in 30 days or they don't pay. This helps engage them, keep them on the page, and then we reiterate that same offer in our short VSL. So I always tell agency owners, if you're running a B2B VSL, so what you're selling is to other business owners, your VSL should only be between 2 to 7 minutes at the most. Now, if you have an offer that's sent out to cold traffic that's a consumer, maybe this is an offer for some kind of coaching program or something where you're not selling it to other business owners, you should be running a much longer VSL. This can be anywhere from 5 to, I've seen VSLs up to 30 minutes long that are successful, because you really need to warm up that prospect and make sure that you can get them on board with your specific process. And after that, you just want to layer on, again, more and more testimonials. We put a little bit of social proof at the top for the numbers we've gotten other clients of ours, and we immediately list what niches this works for, just to make sure that all the prospects who land on our page know that this is right for them. And then underneath that, we go into client results. So we have 2 videos at the top. These are 2 testimonial videos. We have 8 actual testimonials that are written out. We have 4 Discord screenshots that are testimonials. And then we go directly into our case studies after that, where people can get warmed up even further by reading a long form text case study that goes over a couple of different problems that our typical client runs into. And it really gets people on board and bought into our process. And underneath that, we just give a little before and after. We list some commonly asked questions, and then we send them directly to our call booking page once they click any of those book a call widgets. So once they're on our call booking page, we set the expectation. We give them a list of times that they can book a call in. We always like to set the dates to 1 to a 5-day window. You don't really want to be giving multiple weeks that they can book a call, because you're just going to get a low show up rate for that. And then after you send them to the booking page, you're going to want to take them to a thank you page where you're asking them to confirm the appointment via text or via email. You're going to give a video where you're just warming them up and introducing yourself to that audience. You're going to tell them how to show up to your call prepared and ready to go. And then you're just going to layer on even more case studies to get them more bought in, to show more social proof. And really the biggest thing you can do after this point to increase your show up rate is just to call the prospect. And I'm going to have a full video that's going to go over this process, but that's really how you can get clients at between a $100 up to maybe even $400 per booked call. So this is what we recommend. This is what we've seen be successful. And ultimately, if you're interested in lowering your cost per call, or you want to reach new audience segments and tap into the existing one you already have better, book a call with us down below. We'll get you 15 female filmed, scripted, and edited ad creatives for your service business ready to roll within the next 10 business days.